I wanted to talk a little bit about failure. That is something that all of us encounter and is just part of the process. A lot of times I say you will fail your way to success, and that is absolutely true. I saw a piece the other day, which I know, but it just reminded me of it. And that is that in professional baseball, the best players strike out or get thrown out 70% of the time. So only 30% of the time, or 300 batting average, is what they have. So 70% of the time they fail. So it would encourage me, and probably encourage you, to all remember that failure is something that we learn from, something that strengthens us, and something that is just, as I said, part of the process. So how do you deal with that? And then how do you do some things that will minimize your chances of failure? First of all, to realize, again, it's part of the process. Just understand that. And every single time you fail, there is something that you can learn from that. You can learn that the way you asked the question didn't work, the objection that you wanted to handle didn't work, that you didn't learn as much about the prospect or the person that you were trying to get to come over to your side to do so. All of those things are lessons learned, and I'm always reminded of that when I go through role plays with mentees. We do that a lot in the VIP Mastermind, and they are absolutely terrible in the beginning, almost always. But for the people that have been in there a couple of years, you look a couple of years later at the role plays, and they've just been beat up, if you will, or gained experience, that they've become much, much better. So what are some of the things you can do? One, remember there's a process and steps to this business acquisition journey. Don't jump the steps. People that do that often say, well, I just wanted to get a deal done for credibility. Almost always that ends up badly. Remember to take some small steps before you take a big step in terms of acquisitions. A lot of people just want to go big game hunting. And if you look at baseball, typically you don't go right to the major leagues. You go through the youth leagues, high school, college, minor leagues, and then if you're good enough, you get over to the major leagues. So I would encourage you to remember that as well. Follow the steps. Certainly a mentor can help. I can't think of a single professional athlete that doesn't have a coach. So pick a mentor. Understand that those people have experiences that can save you experiences of failure that you don't need to go through. That's true for your board of directors, your professionals, financial institutions as well. All of those things will help you in the process. If you're looking for a mentor, if you're looking for coaching, there are, with me, a few group coaching spots that have opened up. As they do, we've revamped group coaching to make it much more accountable. If you don't want to be held accountable, I would not suggest you join group coaching. But if you want to go over and see the details and fill out an application, that's go.brucewhipple.com/group coaching. And in terms of knowing what to do, go over to my website, brucewhipple.com. Look at the things that are there. Some of them are free, some of them aren't free, and see what will help you. I would highly encourage you to get the free conversation starters. Tells you about some of the most successful ways to get started in this process with conversations across all the areas, board of directors, financial institutions, prospects, etc. So that's what I think is important to remember about failure. I hope that you have learned from the failures that you have. I hope that you understand as part of the process. I hope you understand that you need to understand the process, and where you need help, whether that's mentoring, coaching, board of directors, all of those are sources of being able to tell you what they've experienced and give you advice that will minimize some, not all, of the things that you would fail at. With a different approach, you would be successful. So again, important to remember that. Take some time to be thankful for what you have. A lot of people skip over that. And be thankful for and reflect on how far you've come in the process. Sometimes people say, well, it's getting hard to get prospects and acquisitions. Well, remember where you've come from. Did you build a board of directors? Did you get professionals? Were those things that at the beginning you thought you could do? Probably not. But eventually you were successful. So remember that. That will help self-esteem, self-confidence, which is the barometer of success. So, hope that helps. Put it into action. Follow the steps. Work on your mindset, super important, and you will be more successful than those that don't do those things.